Hi guys, welcome back to another Kanani and Weinman YouTube video. Mr. Biel here with you to do another social skills lesson. I am sure excited to do this, and I sure hope that the lesson that we talk about today will be helpful. The first thing I need you to do though before we do anything is to go get your discussion buddy. So I'm going to have you pause the video, bring back someone to discuss with, and we will be ready to have a good conversation today. Okay, go ahead. Alright, well I hope you're able to pause the video and have your discussion buddy. And now we're going to get into the topic for the day called accepting blame. I don't know if you have heard of those words before. Accepting means like you take or you accept something, and then blame meaning being honest about something that you did. So you're accepting the responsibility, meaning you're accepting the choice that you made and being honest about it. So those are kind of the two words. Now, accepting blame, again, as I said, it's about being honest about something that you did wrong. Maybe you've done something wrong, and instead of being honest about it because you're afraid of someone being mad or you're afraid of getting in trouble, you don't tell the truth, or you try to blame someone else for something that you did. But I want to ask the question, what is the consequence or result of not accepting blame? Now, I'm going to give you an understanding or help you understand what the result or consequence is. A result or consequence is what happens when I make a choice. So here's a pencil. Now, what happens if I drop this pencil? Take a guess. It's probably going to what? I hope you're saying it's about to fall, because that's what will happen. The consequence of holding the pencil up high and letting it go means it's going to fall down. You could do that with another example. If someone had a glass, or maybe a vase with flowers in it, if someone picks it up and drops it, what's going to happen to the glass vase? It's probably going to break, and glass is going to go everywhere. It's going to be a big mess, that kind of thing. So, regarding to not telling the truth or not being honest or not accepting blame, what happens when I don't accept blame or I try to blame someone else? What do you think happens when I do that? Pause the video and discuss. Okay, well I hope you're able to pause the video and discuss. Some thoughts that come to my head, if I'm not willing to accept blame or tell the truth when I did something wrong, what's probably going to happen is that people may not trust me, or I may get into more trouble. So if I do something, like let's say if Mr. Biel was a little kid and he was at his mom's house, and he and his mom said, okay, Mr. Biel, I don't want you to go outside for a little while because there's going to be lots of cars in the driveway and I don't want you to get hurt. And if Mr. Biel goes out in the driveway and then comes back and his mom had found out he did it, or heard the door shut and said, was that you going outside? And Mr. Biel says, no, it wasn't me. Then that's not accepting blame. And let's say Mr. Biel's mom finds out that he did it. What do you think she's going to think? Is she going to think that Mr. Biel is telling the truth, or that that she can trust me? No. So if I make poor choices and I don't say, yep, it was me, I did it, then people aren't going to trust me. And if people don't trust me, they might not want to be people who spend lots of time with me. So part of accepting blame is how we make friends, when we tell the truth. Okay? Now, it might not feel very good, to be honest. It might feel scary, to be honest. And when we're scared, we might not want to tell the truth, but we know that will help us build trust and make friends. So, when I do something wrong and I make a mistake or I break something that that I did, or maybe I cheated in a game when I was supposed to play the game right and instead I cheated. The best way I can handle that is by telling the truth. Because if I play the game and I cheat, I'm probably going to have to sit out of the game and not get to play. So then I won't get to play, and people won't like playing around me anyway because I don't tell the truth. So that is a problem as well. So when I make a mistake or do something, I shouldn't try to avoid the blame. I should accept the blame. I should tell the truth, even if it feels a little uncomfortable, because I know in the end I will be okay. I want to give you a few more examples. Let's say you're feeling angry and you kick a table and you knock things over. And you, what should you do in a situation like that? How should you accept blame for that? You maybe wanted to kick the table, but you are to blame for anything that happens when that happens. If the table breaks or if something on top of the table falls down and breaks, sometimes bad things happen and you have to accept the blame. So if your anger does something to someone else or does something to something else, like maybe you hurt somebody or you hurt or break something, you need to tell the truth and accept that you did what the choice you made was wrong. Sometimes accepting blame can be an accident. Let's say you're running really fast around the playground. Oh, you're running so fast, you're so excited, and you're looking back, but you're not looking forward, you're looking back, and you're not looking forward, and all of a sudden you look forward and boom, you run into somebody. Oh, ouch. Now, you might think, hey, you ran into me, and you might try to blame the other person for running into you, but really what might have happened is that you were looking backwards, not looking forwards, and you ran into them. Now, it was an accident, and when accidents happen, again, it's good for us to accept blame and to say sorry. So, another example could be you are playing with a ball in the house and you're kind of tossing it or bouncing it, and it bounces and hits and knocks something off the table and breaks something of your parents. Now, again, what's the best way to handle it? You should, first off, probably not play ball in the house, number one. But the second part is you should go and say sorry and accept blame, and maybe even see if you can replace the things that got broken. So, doing something bad on purpose is never okay, but you still need to accept the blame and say and be honest and say that you did wrong. And if you do something on accident, you still need to accept the blame and say sorry for the things even that you didn't mean to do. It's just a part of it. So, I want you to think one last time. If you've ever done something where you did not accept blame, what happened and how did it go? Pause the video and discuss. Well, I hope in your discussion you were able to understand that when you chose to not accept the blame, that it wasn't a good choice, and that won't help you in the long run. People will trust you if you tell the truth and accept the poor choice that you made. All right. Well, I hope today was a helpful lesson on understanding how to accept blame and how to take responsibility for choices that we make. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you later.